Game 1 of the current series. If you're just starting out, you're in the right place. Okay, this is pool play once again from IEM Sao Paulo this last weekend. In this game, we're going to have our blue Zerg, Dignitas' Killer, spawning over here at about the 8 o'clock position on Antigua Shipyard. This is GSL Antigua Shipyard, by the way. And his opponent is our red Terran, oGs.Supernova, spawning in the 2 o'clock position. So they're on cross positions. Though somewhat unusually, it's horizontal cross positions rather than vertical.
Yeah, the 90-degree rotation, what it feels like we always see, which is the northwest-southeast cross.
Yeah, this time it's northeast-southwest.
Yep, Supernova just starting the ball off at the top of his ramp. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I don't think there's really any big differences that come out of that. The middle is rectangular, not square, but not... I don't think meaningfully. I mean, I'm not sure engagement-wise if that would do anything to the matchup. Doesn't seem like it.
Well, in terms of ground units, the geometry all leads into that central area between the natural and the third for each base. But it does change the, some of the air-related geometry, so to speak. The relationship between the center of the map and, getting around the main for air units.
Yeah, Killer grabbing his natural. 4 gas, 4 cool.
SCV chasing the drone around. Looks like the drone is content to just leave, having seen the basic information.
Yeah. First marine on his way out, so...
A little bit of worker aggro.
Yep. This guy at CV is gonna leave after building the barracks. Killer's just leaving his drone to check out, see the timing on the natural. Maybe blocked a little bit. Yep, but chased out by the marine. So Supernova getting a pretty quick expand as well. Meanwhile, Extractor and Spawning Pool both about half done.
And that drone's going to park itself at the central watchtower. And not staying for long, leaving.
Yep.
We'll see if Supernova might decide to expand, having seen the Terran early expansion.
Yeah, he did grab both the gas and his main, so he will be teching this game. Just building a bunker at his natural. Meanwhile, Killer's just happy to keep droning up.
Oh, maybe not. Could be narrow. One more hit and he's done. Don't go around the corner. The corners are where they catch you. Nope, they got him. And the bunker finishes and loads up in front of Supernova's natural. Factory's now on the way.
Yep. And the natural finishes. Factory's about half done.
And starts building the reactor, so likely going to see a reactor aliens.
Speed is also about half done.
Yeah, both players content to sit back and macro up for now.
Yep.
Starport's now on the way, so we're seeing a 1-1-1 from Supernova. The factory lifts up and is just going to be ready to receive that reactor the moment it finishes. There, it finishes. And 2 Hellions right away.
Oh, it looks like Killer supply blocked himself a little bit. A couple of overloads on the way that'll clear up quickly.
Ooh, supply blocked himself. Did he drop a supply drop? No, okay.
I was just very close in the finishing.
few Zerglings getting roasted up by the Hellions.
Upgrading to layer in the main and the first Banshee on the way. As well as Medvac energy.
Sacrificial Overlord comes in and sees it all. Killed by the Marines, though.
Yeah. Although he doesn't... Oh, he canceled the Medvac energy. It looks like he just wanted to have the Overlord see that something was researching.
Yep, wanted to fake out the Cloak Banshee.
And maybe force some Spore Crawlers, or... No reaction.
Some type of extra anti-air. Now more Hellion versus Zergling going on in the middle here. A couple Hellions go down, a bunch of Zerglings go down. And they've disengaged now. Killer now operating off all four, or now has 3 gases. Getting on the 4th now.
Yep.
Hellions pushing in towards the Spinecrawler while it was trying to reposition itself to the edge of the creep. More Zerglings come out here to chase them away. A couple new Hellions join though. 4 Hellions again.
Yep, Spinecrawler is now at the bottom of the natural ramp. And Killer's 3rd is about 3/4 of the way done.
And the first Banshee arrives by the
starting.
Starts fighting with the Queen right away. Hellions get a big hit on the group of Zerglings. They're about to finish off the Queen. Queen gets finished off. 2 more Hellions arrive.
Moves off the reactor. The barracks getting built there now.
Hellions and Banshee now going to work on this 3rd hatchery, which was allowed to complete. Spinecrawlers continue, or the 1 Spinecrawler continuing to reposition itself in the central area here. 3 Queens and the Zerglings coming forward.
Yep, looks like they're going to push those away a little bit. Hound's getting a lot of hits off on the Zerglings as they're trying to get a nice angle that the Killer likes.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose them all to a bad Hellion hit.
Yeah. Queen's just sort of been given the task of punching him in the face.
There we go, now the Zerglings commit and get the nice surround, and the Hellions are done. Finally found the right angle.
Yep. Viking just sitting north of Killer's 3, or main.
And meanwhile, Supernova, his macro orbital, is just about to complete switching into an orbital. Adding on more barracks, getting missile turrets.
And Killer's adding a macro hatch at the ramp of his natural. The top of the ramp. Stem is about to finish. A couple of missile turrets getting added on to...
And the second Evo chamber finishes.
Defense.
The 3rd orbital has lifted and is just about to land at the 3rd for Supernova.
Yep, Supernova building another bunker, sort of between the 3 bases. Or between his 3 bases.
So both new barracks get reactors. There's a Overseer in here seeing everything in Supernova's base. Nothing chasing it away currently.
Yeah, just a lot of infestor production and siege tech starting up. Marines and some medvacs take the middle of the map.
Armory finishes, nothing in production yet.
Killer expanding to a 4th in the southeast at the 3rd for the southeast spawn.
Yeah, risky location for that, just south of Supernova's main.
Yeah. Especially with, both Vikings and Banshees on the map, as well as medvacs, it seems like, something that could very, very easily get scouted. But not very easily get defended. Well, the creep spread is pretty nice. It is taking up, his quadrant of the map.
Yeah, creep is spreading aggressively. He is set to try and have map control.
Yep. Some Zerglings and Infestors chasing down a medvac drop.
Yep,
catch it with the fungal.
Fungling it, and it'll be dead. Yep.
Yeah. The Scatterlord taken out by a Viking above Supernova's 3rd.
And for the most part, both players just continuing to set up for macro.
Yeah.
Killer's at about 127 supply to Supernova's 135. Supernova now working on 2-2 for his infantry.
Yep. And Hive is about to finish.
drops down here in that hidden, or that not so hidden location. Zerglings come in and chase it away. Hatchery got down to about half. No Marines died though.
It's kind of hard to imagine him defending this successfully for too much longer, though. He's basically forcing his army to be here.
It is a very precarious position to defend.
Seems like Supernova's going to be... Oh, Supernova moving out with his main army into the middle of the map. A couple of tanks, decent marine ball, and a bunch of medvacs. Catching 6 infestors completely unsupported.
The drop runs back in again.
Away.
Stems. Going for the extractor first. Bunch of lings coming for this round though. And those marines are dying.
Yep.
Drops infested Terrans uselessly. They do not catch the medevac.
Yeah. But it seems like this is going to be what Supernova is just sort of free to do with the location of this base. Is he can just sort of use one medevac to harass it.
That Killer's third. Dropping off some marines. Getting caught in a fungal with some infested Terrans though. Kills a few drones though. And there's a second fungal.
Yeah, not an ideal drop because, you know, he's losing it, but definitely did some damage.
Well, he still killed a total of 7 drones, so not a whole lot.
Dropping some scans in the middle of the map to clear out a couple of tumors. With a lot of tanks and marines that are sort of entrenched there.
Vikings doing a good job of denying overlords all over the map, but the creep spread is quite exceptional. Killer knows what's happening all over the place anyway.
Killer's been with the natural of the southwest or southeast position. Figures out if he has to defend that corner of the map as well, might as well go for all of it. Viking lands to fight a queen and loses.
Meanwhile, Supernova's fortifying the center pretty heavily here. He's about to finish his second bunker.
Yep, continuing to scan, take out the tumors.
Also starting to get vehicle weapon upgrades.
Yep, couple of Ultralisks on the way.
Have 3 Ultralisks already out.
4 more in production.
And they do already have the extra plating.
Yep, 4-1.
With the extra 3rd upgrade on the way. Also, infantry weapons 3 now on the way. Supernova preparing to take the northern and central expansion, lifting a command center, inevitably to be changed into a fortress.
Yep.
And working on a 5th command center, right behind it.
Yeah, it looks like Killer's going to engage here in the middle.
Yep, going for this round from 2 sides. These 2 maxed armies engaging. Ultralisk crashing forward. Big fumble on a lot of marines.
Tanks.
A lot of infested marines being dropped down.
Yeah, that is just a lot of Zergin.
A few more Terran infantry and a couple tanks coming in though. He will hold the high ground, ultimately.
Yeah, quite a big exchange for both sides, but Supernova definitely ending out on top.
Yeah, Killer at about 150 supply after that, Supernova in the mid-160s.
Yep, Supernova deciding again to drop the base of Killer. This right below his main.
Yep, and now taking some of that infantry and heading off towards that awkwardly positioned base at around 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah, looks like he's barely got enough here to take it out.
Looked like there was a transfuse on an Ultralisk right as it died, and it still died.
Yeah, it actually does get pushed away. It's the last Ultra that just sort of spawned there, and the Queen. Supernova falling back to the middle.
2 more bunkers being built in the center.
Yep. And another command center finished for Supernova. So I'll be ready to take a 5th.
Killer's moving in again though, from multiple sides to the Ultralisks and Lings. Clearing up all the forward tanks. All but one of the tanks is dead now.
And the
Yeah, it's
bunkers are all
overrun the
gone.
central position. And now pushing
Yeah.
forward, pushing to the
Very
northeast.
convincingly. Supernova forced to be in full retreat.
Yep, getting rid of some of these 4 defensive buildings. Killer 160 supplies, Supernova to 150. These Ultralists continue to push forward.
Front bunkers are gone. Just a couple of tanks not even sieged at the rim of the natural.
It's starting to lose steam.
Yeah, definitely
That's
losing
the
steam
Ultralist.
is... Yeah, Supernova's production line is coming back in and sort of thinning out what's left.
Yeah, the last few Zerg units now being cleaned up, but they're still coming in. You know, more Zerglings streaming in, a couple more Infestors.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of taking out standing units, but he's not doing any real economic damage yet.
Oh, there's Lings in the third now.
Yep. He heard my concern.
But Supernova has now cleaned it up, just a couple more Zerglings to clear out of the third.
Yep, a couple of fungals on the fourth of Supernova, sort of in the middle of the map.
Both players about 130 supply after that.
Yeah, staying fairly even. A small drop at Killer's third. Gets cleaned up quickly by infested Marines and 4 Zerglings.
But Killer now owns the central high ground.
Yep,
but
Nova redropping to Killer's awkward base.
Gets pushed back by the spine crawlers and the Queen.
Yep.
However,
yeah, Killer Nova's coming.
Is allowed to maintain his central orbital command base. Getting a central tower, sensor tower now too.
Yeah, he did a good job with that push of just sort of clearing out all of the military on the map, but without doing much economic damage, they both just sort of remassed up again.
Ooh, catches an Infestor with a couple infantry units push forward on the high ground. Now Supernova with a larger group of infantry, looking like he's trying to take the high ground. For now, he's harassing the Infestors.
Oh, this is gonna... Oh, almost got one.
He's pushing Killer off the high ground. He's about to get another Infestor. There goes. The Supernova has retaken the high ground for the moment. It is not fortified at all, though.
Yep. Supernova's got a medvac.
Both players are about 180 supply. Oh, Supernova just jumped up to 190.
Yep. Supernova's watching for when Killer goes for his 6th. Oh, Ultralisk is gonna come.
Ultralisk and some Zerglings catch a drop down here in the south.
Yeah, force it to continue on its way.
Supernova about to land a command center over at a 5th position at the 11 o'clock base, morphing into a planetary fortress.
Yep, Killer's army is just south of it, though, not really in towards the middle where Supernova's been massing out. Doesn't look like he knows about it just yet.
Supernova is maxed in banking again. Killer's almost maxed. More scans going down to clear out some of the creep. This infantry ball.
Yep. All those Zerglings just became Banelings. He's moving in towards the middle with the Ultras and Fester Baneling ball. You know, Supernova looks like he's moving towards the awkward base.
And turning back now.
Oh, just taking out the debris.
Here come the Infestors burrowed up behind the central planetary. Coming behind the tanks, dropping a whole bunch of... Very rapidly dropping a whole bunch of infested Terrans all over the tanks.
Yeah.
And that clears out the tanks very quickly.
Almost all the tank.
And they might... they're not quite going to get the planetary fortress, though.
No.
And there's the repair.
Yeah. The sensor
chasing away more of the... finishing off the Ultralisk with a couple more Queens. And clearing out more creep. Killer sent at 150 to Supernova's 170 after all that.
Yep. Loading up a medvac with 2 Marauders and 4 Marines, moving into the main net.
More of those infested Terrans harassing the third, too. From burrowed infestors.
I'm not sure about this drop, because there's not really anything going on. I mean, even that gas there is run out, and there's just 3 idle drones. Sort of losing those units.
The 4 o'clock base is under attack once again. The sunk colony, or the spine crawlers have been killed. Looks like the hatchery will go down. Yeah, the hatchery does go down.
Yep.
Start killing some of the drones while they try to retreat. While the drop south of there has also killed the hatchery. But an Ultralisk is here to clear up the Marines and Marauder.
Yep. And this is unfortunate. It puts Killer onto 1 mining base, although he's now expanding to the southeast spawn location itself, not the natural or the 3rd.
Yeah, the 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And also expanding to 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Supernova is only on 1 mining base since the 4th in the middle. He'll be mining at the 5th that he took in the northeast, but has not yet transferred any
And there's
SCVs.
a bunch of Ultralisks and a few Zerglings headed that direction.
Yep.
Yep, they're now moving in.
Yep, huge.
Supernova is also taking the central high ground. Come the Ultralisks on that planetary, it will not last long. It dies.
Yeah.
Supernova pushing down the center now. Fungo catches a bunch of Marines in the middle. Large Marine tank push, bunch of medevacs in the air above it. Clearing out the creep highway. And pushing in towards the main corner of Killer. Another nice fungal. But he needs something to... He needs really to fight this.
Yeah,
Taking out
Supernova
the 3rd. 3rd will be dead any moment. 3rd goes down.
2 nuke man centers while pushing in here.
Killer has his army, begins to push towards, kind of push the Ultralisks on the central planetary fortress, but then decides against it.
Yep.
He's preparing to counter push at this, or he's preparing to flank this push. From behind, it looks like. Meanwhile, the siege is continuing to inch its way in. Now pushing in at the macro hatch outside the natural.
Yep.
Ultralisks coming from behind. Marines stem up. Ultralisks are on the tanks now. Ultralisks are getting cleared up. Killer's down at 80 supply to Supernova's 170.
Yeah, Killer
More
needs to
Festus
start
Terrans
mining at
being
this
dropped.
base. He's got all of his drones here, but no mining going on anywhere on the map currently.
The Ultralisks are all dead. Not a whole lot of units for Killer down here, though. There's just 1 tank and a few Marines. Then there's still a bunch of medevacs.
There we go. He just started mining. He had 27 idle drones there for a minute, but he has no... or he had no income the entire time to replenish his army.
Manor Mules being dropped on top of Killer's natural here. There's more Marines than there are, or there's more medevacs than are Marines here.
Yeah. And
Oh no, 1 more Marine actually.
game.
Yep, Killer calls GG. Yep. Or called GG almost 10 seconds ago now.
Yeah. Bad. Killer just had no mining going on whatsoever, despite having 2 bases that were capable of mining and 27 drones just sitting there at one of them, so he didn't have anything to replenish with. Sitting on 33 minerals to...
Well, Supernova cleared him out of the southeast, which almost destroyed his economy for a while there. And he wasn't quite able to reestablish while Supernova continued to push in. And yeah, his only real mining location was his, I guess, 6th?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call this 10 o'clock position. That was the only mining he had there.
Yeah, the 10 o'clock, but he wasn't mining at it. He just had 27 idle drones for the entirety of that combat. Which is kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure how much of a difference it would have made, but it certainly would have helped.